welcome to HISD News. I'm Sarah Osborne. The U.S. Department of Education Secretary recently got a close look at HISD's ambitious school turnaround program known as Apollo 20. Take a look. It's not every day that the U.S. Secretary of Education visits your campus. But on February 15th, Arnie Duncan walked the halls of Lee High School.
What's going on at this school, I think, has very significant national implications.
A media entourage surrounded Duncan, curious to see what the nation's top education leader had to say about Lee and HISD's Apollo 20 program.
And if places like Lee can demonstrate how children from many, many backgrounds, many walks of life can come here and get a great education and graduate and go on to have some form of higher education, then it makes me really hopeful for the country.
Lee is one of 4 high schools in the district's Apollo program, which is a bold initiative to close the minority achievement gap and turn around low-performing schools.
My goal is to look at the entire model and see if those lessons can be replicated.
While at Lee, Duncan visited with the school's Apollo Fellows, which act as tutors during the school day.
There are achievers everywhere, and they may not realize it until you work with the student and really bring it out of them. And so it's an opportunity to make the students better.
The tutors, they helped a lot, because my sophomore year, I got some tutors, and the tags will be so easy for me, the math tags will be so easy. I'll be so confident in taking it and just pass it.
Lee students, staff, and parents also shared their thoughts with Duncan in a roundtable discussion.
When the Apollo program came in, when we realized what we needed to do and the changes that need to be made, it was the urgency.
It's been a blessing that this school has changed because it is a big difference compared to when my other kids were here.
All students can be successful, and we do whatever it takes.
At the end of his visit, Duncan commended the efforts of the district and applauded Superintendent Greer and the Board of Education for undertaking the Apollo Challenge.
We have this amazing opportunity these next couple of years to try and make things better. You guys can help us get there. So thank you so much for what you have done, and thanks for where you're helping to lead the nation. This is a big deal.
HISD is seeking federal funding that would open several new magnet schools across the district. School board trustees at their February 14th meeting voted to have the district apply for a $12 million grant that would be used to open 8 magnets across the district. Each would focus on science, technology, engineering, and math instruction, which is commonly referred to as STEM.
It's all STEM because, number one, STEM is very important. In the President's State of the Union speech, he specifically mentioned STEM as an area of need for the entire country. So the U.S. Department of Education has decided to award extra points for grants applications that focus on STEM.
Board members at their February meeting also voted to allow the district to begin contract negotiations with 8 firms who have been selected to perform work on 2012 bond projects. Several thousand students and their parents now have a better understanding of the college application process. HISD recently partnered with the Houston Hispanic Forum to bus students and their parents to the organization's 27th annual Career and Education Day. The free event at the George R. Brown Convention Center featured hundreds of bilingual representatives from dozens of universities and colleges. HISD's College and Career Readiness Department, along with the HISD Parent Engagement Department, also presented several workshops on navigating the college application and financial aid process. The NBA All-Star Game may be over, but students across HISD are continuing to benefit from the big game's visit to Houston. As part of the Team Works in Schools program, several current basketball stars and some NBA legends visited the campuses of Franklin and Elliott Elementary on February 14th. While at the schools, the players and dozens of volunteers from BBVA Compass Bank not only read with the children, but gave each a free book to take home.
Bringing the books and the iPads and the computers and trying to make a lasting impact in the infrastructure of the school, that's what we like mostly.
It really means a lot. I really think that the output that we actually get from the students, as well from the school, the principals, it really means a lot.
In addition to the literacy lesson, the players, including Rocket standout James Harden, help students explore a new web-based math program that teaches the value of money. The computer program and 30 iPads were donated to both Franklin and Elliott Elementary as part of the visit. Preparing our students for meaningful careers after high school is a top priority for Team HISD. Female students at Barbara Jordan High School recently had a chance to learn the ins and outs of the commercial real estate industry from women who work in the field. The female professionals all belong to the Houston chapter of CREW, or the Commercial Real Estate for Women Network. This is the second year the ladies have brought the hands-on Real Estate 101 program to the campus. As part of the program, about 100 girls worked in teams to create a real estate development plan that was then evaluated by a group of judges.
I think it really brings these students outside the box a little bit, giving them a somewhat different project to work on, talking with professionals who work in the industry. It's a little bit of exposure they may not normally have in a regular classroom setting. And for me, it's just really fun. It's nice to get away and be able to, spend time with these girls.
The wonderful thing about this is that a lot of the professional women who visit our campus partner with us, and they offer internships for our kids.
Several Barbara Jordan alumna took part in the CREW event to speak about their careers as architects, bankers, brokers, and engineers. Speaking of careers, HISD is hosting a free event to showcase some of the potential professions available to students. First ever When I Grow Up Expo takes place this Saturday, February 23rd at the Hattie Mae White Educational Support Center. The event is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and is open to all ages and features hands-on career workshops, performances, competitions, as well as exhibits by community partners and organizations. Time now for the HISD Fast Fact of the Week. Did you know that since 2010, the HISD Foundation has raised $16.8 million for the Apollo 20 School Turnaround Program? That's it for this week's edition of HISD News. Be sure to stay connected with HISD every day by following us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Until next week, I'm Sarah Osborne.